So I'm really excited for today's video because this is something that I genuinely love a lot. So I'm just not going to talk a lot about it and just kind of go right into the intro. So today, ooh, did you see it? Ooh, 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 ooh. Anyways, so today we're going to be talking about BoxyCharm. Yes, I said BoxyCharm. And this is actually July's box. This is not August's box yet. The reason why I waited so long to post this video is not only because I did just recently start my channel, but because I wanted time to play with the products that were in the box. So that when I'm giving you guys my reviews, it's not necessarily a first impression. It's more of a, this is what I feel. It's not a guess. Again, this is July's box. This is not August's box, so I'm sorry. I'll hopefully be doing that one as soon as I get my box. And I was supposed to get it today, but there was a shipping error, so hopefully I get it really soon so I can have that up for you guys and you guys can see what's in this month's box, because I'm really excited for August's box, so fingers crossed. Anyways, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and stop talking. We're just going to get right into the video. The reason I started my base on camera today is because we're going to be reviewing July's BoxyCharm. I know I'm extremely late on this. I have been playing with these products for about a month now, and I'm just gonna kind of go over my reviews and stuff while I'm still doing like makeup and stuff. And if you see me looking over a lot, it's because I'm looking into the monitor just to check that I'm in focus. It's like this is the first time I have like a monitor, so yeah. Anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to go ahead and start with the brows. So this month we got the Chella Beauty Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. And excuse my nails, I know they need help. Now, my biggest beef with this is the packaging and the amount of product that's in here for the price. So you get the product in this little tiny this little thing, and let's compare it to a normal like pomade. So this has 0.13 ounces, 3.7 grams. And this has 0.6 ounces and 1.8 grams. So that I'm comparing that to my Mally like brow pomade. So that's a little more, like barely like a hair more than half the product. Or you can get like the one from Walmart, the Salon Perfect done-in-one brow pomade, and these have 3.2 grams of product. Like, getting this for $26 is ridiculous, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous for the amount of product that you get. And so I do get that packaging comes into play with this, and I do get like the whole idea behind it because the theme is like the travel thing, but even though I understand it, I still don't agree with it. It comes double-sided, and then you can screw the bottom off, and that's where the pomade is. So yeah, that's how it is. And like, I get like it's supposed to be like travel friendly and stuff like that, but for like everyday use, it's really complicated to like get in there. So I really probably will only use this traveling. I do like the product itself though. I do really enjoy how it kind of works. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing my brows. Another like issue I kind of have with this is the fact that I think only one shade was sent out. I'm not 100% sure, but as far as I saw, only one shade was sent out. So like, I'm someone who has naturally really dark hair, so it's not something that's really gonna affect me, because usually I can either make it work or I just look really odd because I have like darker brows than normal. It's definitely not friendly for people with lighter hair, or if you need a pomade that's lighter than like your natural hair in case you're gonna like wear a wig or something, or you want to do something different. It's not going to be the pomade for you. I do enjoy the product, I just don't like the packaging and the amount of product that you get for the price. $26 is very steep for something with such little product. I feel like recently I've been more into brow pencils. And I have mixed feelings about this. It's a great product, but not for that price. And also, we're going to go ahead and explain the Dr. Brandt Needles No More Baggage. You guys saw this in my last video, my skincare routine. I'm just going to kind of give it a rundown. I'm not going to go through the whole thing all over again. When I first got it, I was using it wrong, and so I didn't like it at first. I felt like it made no difference whatsoever. But it actually makes a really big difference, especially when I feel really tired or really exhausted, and when I have a lot of darkness going on. It doesn't lighten it dramatically, but I do see a difference, and it does work over time. It's not going to just magically depuff your under eyes in 2 seconds. It does take a few minutes, and it layers over makeup fine. You can really do anything that you would normally do in your makeup routine over this, and it does retail for $42. Love Dr. Brandt, and it's expensive, but it's worth it. I love Dr. Brandt products, and I love that we are constantly getting them on BoxyCharm, because I wouldn't try them otherwise, simply because of the price point. So again, I love this, and a little bit goes a long way, so hopefully this lasts me a long time, enough to save up for another one. Alright, so I did go ahead and contour and bronze off camera, and the reason I did that is because we also got this blush by Note Cosmetics. It comes with this really cute, sleek, black packaging, and I actually really like this blush. It's my favorite tone of blushes, you know, like the more neutral pinky tones. And I think the cutest part is it has the name in the product. As you guys can probably, hopefully see that there we are. So it has Note embedded in there. And when I first got it, I was like, wow, this is kind of bulky for what it is. And then I realized that you can open it, and there's like a little brush in there. I don't use it, but I keep it in there just for the... I'll stick my nail in it. Anyways, I just keep that little brush in there just for kind of like the... I appreciate that they include it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. And it is pretty pigmented, and I'm not like a huge blush person. So I try to go very light-handed, and I keep most of it in the back of my cheeks and then kind of blend it forward with a fairly light hand. So if you can see, I am decently blushed. I'll go ahead and add a little more for camera. And we also got a blush a couple months back from Pretty Vulgar, and like I'll show you, like they're not the same, but they are fairly similar in tone, if you can see. They are really similar. And like I keep looking over into the monitor because I'm like, wow, this is the first time I have a monitor. Go ahead and just finish blending this out. I never stopped blending, apparently. This blush retails for $11.99. I do think that's pretty steep for a blush, just because I'm not someone who loves blush. I'm not going to go out of my way to purchase one, frankly. Like, I'd rather just use, like, an eyeshadow or something that I already have. I wouldn't go out of my way to purchase a blush. So I'm going to go ahead and compare it to the Pretty Vulgar one, just because this is one of my favorites. And you get 5.5 grams of products, which is 0.19 ounces, 0.19 ounces. And the Pretty Vulgar one is 0.2 ounces and 6 grams. So they are pretty close. So maybe it's just how the pans are set up, because when you open them, just the pan shape, I guess, is kind of what got me. So maybe this one is deeper than the Pretty Vulgar one, but I like the blush anyway. It's not like I'm gonna run out of it tomorrow or anything. I don't use blush like that. But it is a product that I really enjoyed, and I love the packaging. I love really everything about that blush. Alright, so what I went ahead and did was I cleaned up my brows a little bit off camera, and I primed my lids. I just used concealer to prime my lids. And I personally do not set my eyelids. I don't. I really like the way shadows apply when I don't do that. But what I went ahead and did for you guys was I'm leaving my right eye wet. I'm not going to set it with anything, but I went ahead and set my left lid with some setting powder so that, you know, those who don't set their lid can get a glimpse, and those who do set their lids get a fair shot as well. So we're going to go ahead and go into the Crown Pro. This is from I think it's like Crown Beauty, I think, and this does retail for $29.99. As you can see, I have been playing with it. I have my fingerprints all over it with like concealer and stuff. So I actually really like the packaging. I think it's pretty sturdy. I love the fact that it's like a sleek black with like gold like details, and when you open the palette it has the gold as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull back so there's not as much sheen. So I do really like this palette. It's like all black. It's sleek. It has nice details. It has the gold. It does have those like small details that are gorgeous. Now, for $29.99, I don't think that's crazy for a palette like this. The pan sizes are huge. It's a neutral palette, so it could be something that's used for every day. And even though I do have a lot of palettes that are like this, I think for a BoxyCharm, I think it's amazing. Because when I first started BoxyCharm, I had a very, very small makeup collection. So whenever we got palettes or anything, it was really exciting because I was adding to my collection. So even though I do have these shades and other palettes and stuff, I'm not mad at it. I do like it a lot. I do the same thing on both eyes, just of course my right eye is not set and my left is. And I'm going to go ahead and dip into this shade right here. Now, the only problem I kind of have with this palette is it does not have names. I do like when palettes have names so that I don't have to constantly point at the palette. And I know that sounds weird and that's something that's so stupid and tedious, so I appreciate when palettes do that. But it's not that big of a deal, so I'm going to go ahead and first go in with my unset lid. And then how I always do this is I just like pack it on and slightly above the crease and just blend it out. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and take it out just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and try to actually bring you guys in a little bit more. Right now that you guys are a little closer and up and personal, let me turn my brightness down. That way you guys can kind of see what's going on a little bit better. Alright, I think that helped a little bit. Anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and quickly finish blending this out. Now, I do normally blend pretty high up just because I feel like I have smaller lid space. So again, I still do the same thing on a set eye. I still kind of pack it on and then blend it out. The reason I don't like setting my eye is whatever shadow that you're going to put on top of it is going to be so much more pigmented. And out of all honesty, it is going to be the slightest bit harder to blend out. But for me, just because I've gotten used to that, it's not a problem for me. This side is slightly more pigmented, not a huge big deal amount, but it is still more pigmented. And so I'm still going to go in with that same brush just because I'm not going to be going in heavy with this next shade. And so the next shade I'm going to be going in with is this one right here. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to kind of focus it on the outer corner and blend in. I'm not blending in all the way to the inner corner. I'm blending in to maybe like I'm blending in fairly close to it, just not directly into that inner corner. And the majority of my lid is no longer wet either from blending the shade out. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly do the same thing on the other side. But what I have noticed is even though it's no longer wet, I still feel like the shadows applied differently. And I'm not going too ham with this look just because I don't plan on like applying false. Now next I'm going to go in this kind of dark purpley shade and darken the outer corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to really pack it closer to the lid and just really, really pack it on right there to make sure I'm really focusing it there. And once I feel like a lot of the product has come off of the brush, I'll start blending it outwards. Alright, so I'm going to quickly pause the video right here because my microphone stopped recording. So the rest of this is gonna be a voiceover, and yeah. Alright, so basically what I'm going in and doing now is I'm only cutting my right crease, and I'm not going to cut my left crease just because, again, my right eye is not set, so I'm kind of doing that how I would normally do my makeup, and my left eye is how kind of like the general public does their makeup. So I'm only cutting the right crease and not the left. Next, I'm just going in with that like shimmery mauve-y pink shade on a dry brush on both sides. And once I do go in with a dry brush, I do go ahead and wet it on both sides as well, so you guys can see the difference. But I'm probably gonna actually end up cutting that part out just because I thought what I said in the video was really valuable, and now I can't remember really what I said, so I'm just probably gonna cut it out just because it's kind of irrelevant. But yeah. Now to move on to just how I feel about the palette. I think it's an amazing palette, especially to get in a BoxyCharm, just because even when I started out on BoxyCharm, I did not have a very large makeup collection. So adding this to my collection before would have been like a holy grail, and I think it's a great everyday product. And I'm really glad that we got it in a BoxyCharm, because even though, again, I do have it in other palettes, it's still nice to have a staple, and you can never really have too many staple shadows. Now I did just go in and finish blending out the edges and doing my bottom lashes, and that's all I really did with the eye look. And I did try to show that my right eye was something that I would normally do, my left eye was something that the general public normally does. So throughout the video you will see the difference, but unfortunately not the recording completely. Now the palette does retail for $30 from Crown Pro. Do I think that's a lot? Kinda, but because you got it in a BoxyCharm, you can't really beat the price. But all in all, it's a great palette. Do I recommend it? Would I personally go out to buy it? Yes, I recommend it. No, I would not go out of my way to purchase the palette. Alright, so now we're going into the review of the Wander Beauty mascara that we got in the box. I do not like it for the top lashes. There's no questioning that. I only like it for the bottom lashes. I do not have naturally curly lashes, so I do have to use an eyelash curler, and this does not hold curl. So on my right eye, I use my L'Oreal Lash Paradise to kind of give it a comparison, and then I zoom you guys on in to show you the difference. So let's just go ahead and jump to that clip. Another issue I have with the Wander Beauty Unleashed mascara is it takes so many coats to get a good amount of pigment. I really spent a lot of time coating my upper lashes to get them as dark as my right eye, and to me that's a huge inconvenience. When it comes to mascara, I just like to do like 3 swipes, go out the door, especially if I'm not wearing lashes. It was just a really tedious process, and again, why I only like it for the bottom lashes. It doesn't clump, and it just looked really pretty, but that's it. Now, this mascara also retails for $24, and that is extremely pricey for a mascara. I have great drugstore mascaras, so I would definitely not go out of my way to purchase this mascara. It's nothing interesting, it's nothing intriguing, it's just very basic, and it does not do what I need a mascara to do for my lashes. Now, first I go in and zoom you in on the L'Oreal lash side. My lashes are still curled, they have so much volume, they're not clumpy, they look great, they look like my lashes always do. Now I zoom you guys in on the Wander Beauty side, and this time my lashes did not fall as quickly as they did the very first time I tried it. So as you can see, my outer lashes on my outer corner have completely fallen, and the ones on my inner corner are right on the way, but the few in the middle are really standing strong, which is weird because they did not do that the original first time I tried it out. Maybe it's dried out a little since then, so maybe I might end up liking it later, but as of right now, my opinion still stands. I still only like it for the bottom. Alright, so I just went in and finished up the rest of my face off camera, applied some highlights, some gloss, and that's all I did beyond the box's products. And now we're just going to go ahead and get into my wrap up and final thoughts. Alright, so now we're just going to get into kind of my final thoughts. So this month's box I think was pretty great. The only thing I wasn't absolutely in love with was the packaging of the brow product. But other than that, I absolutely love everything that's in the box. This month's total did equal over $130. And every single box I've ever gotten did equal over $115. So even if you don't like maybe one or two of the products, you're still winning because you could always gift them anyway. And I just personally think it's really, really worth the money. And if you guys want to, go ahead and sign up down below in the description box with my link. You do not have to feel obligated to sign up with my link. You can go ahead and just go on their site and do your own research. It is completely up to you. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And I hope you guys stay tuned for more. Please subscribe and like and leave some love. And I will see you guys in the next one.